This vase is because Poshmark has started putting display ads in the middle of their listings. Like you're scrolling through and you can see this banner. Ugh, reminds me of when I worked at the newspaper. Ugh. We had to have ads everywhere. Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen and I am the Restless Thrifter. I am a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. And I'm going to be sharing with you a garage sale haul of how many things did I get? 35 things that I picked up over the weekend at various sales. And my average cost of goods was $1.54. So I buy these things and then I flip them online for a profit. That is my job. That's what I do full time now. I'm also a dog sitter, so I guess I do multiple things. I used to have an actual career with an actual salary and all of those things. That was pretty great. But I am doing this for now because I enjoy it. It is less stress and I need less stress on me. Consider myself fortunate that I can do this right now. My dog Reacher in the background, you may see him, you may hear him panting. He's a little out of breath right now because he's been running around like a crazed animal, and he'll keep us company. All right, at one sale, I picked up my first video game. My first video game where I was like, oh, I think this is good. I think my knowledge is telling me this is good, right? I've picked up a couple of games before that were pretty much given to me for free, and I didn't even look them up. I just listed them, and they didn't sell for much. But this one, I remember hearing other YouTubers who do sell video games say this one was good. Super Smash Brothers. And for an average cost of goods of $1.54, I thought it was worth checking out. I didn't look it up or anything when I was at the sale. I lucked out because some guy had come and bought all their video game stuff and they didn't know they had this one still. Lo and behold, here was this. And I checked and it does have the game in there. It doesn't have I don't know, are those instructions? Anyhow, so I did look up in eBay's product research tool, which they used to call Terapeak. They don't call it Terapeak anymore. So if you're looking for it, it's going to be in your seller hub. You'll click on research and then product research, and there it is. I looked it up. It has a really good sell-through rate and a really nice average sold price. I looked up the good and acceptable conditions of this game. The average sold price is $48 and the sell-through rate is 78%. I just round up or down depending on what that number is because it's like a decimal. The way that they calculate sell-through rate, it caps out at 100. And that's the way I like to do it anyhow, because you can only sell 100% of what's available. You can't sell like 400%. But this has a great sell-through rate. Basically what you want to look for is, are there more things sold than listed for the item? And you may want to consider how many listed items are there. Are there 10 available? Are there 10,000 available? Maybe you don't want to pick up that thing that has 10,000 available unless it is a close to 100% sell-through rate. All right, so I'm going to be listing mine for $50 plus the cost of shipping. I notice a lot of people do free shipping. That's another thing that this research tool shows you is of the active listings, which the average listing price is $59. 81% of those have free shipping and 27% are promoted listings. Let's look up the next item that I got at that same sale. They were just kind of cleaning out their attic. And this is a really cool rustic wooden frame with a blue bonnet drawing. I think it's a print. It is signed. It is signed twice, so that makes me think it's a print. And then they signed it. They actually signed it. I think it says MJ McLaughlin or MJ Laughlin. That's what I think it says. I'm going to look that up as well just to see if that is anybody. Bluebonnet is the Texas state flower, so even if this isn't a seller, I will keep it because I really think it's cute. I also thought my sister might like it. The framing, the matting could have been done better. You see how it's like more on top and bottom and it looks a little crooked, but it's still a professional framing job. So maybe it just kind of slipped over the years. All right, somebody else has one listed for it's the same one, they just have a different frame, listed for $28, and they do have MJ Laughlin. I don't find any solds. I might list mine for $20. It's just a good starting price, as good as any, I suppose. Right? This vase is because Poshmark has started putting display ads in the middle of their listings. Like you're scrolling through and you can see this banner. Ugh, reminds me of when I worked at the newspaper. Ugh. I mean, we had to have ads everywhere. Oh, I don't miss those. It really stands out to me. Doesn't matter how many times you scroll, every 2 rows, there's an ad. All right, so now I have some vintage Misc white shorts. I do need to wash them in some OxyClean because they have, she had them stored for a while and she said she used to fit into these little things. These are low rise Misc size 29. They don't have a style name. They do have a number. I found very similar ones that sold for like $20, $25. The ASP, there was only one sold that showed up in Terapeak for what I looked for. But I did narrow it down quite a bit. It was $22 with the 50% sell-through rate. I'm going to reduce my keywords here just to Misc low-rise jean shorts. Because I had like flat pockets, all that stuff. 37% sell-through rate, so that's still not bad just for jean shorts. And these do have the rhinestones, but they're otherwise pretty basic. I do need to wash them really well to get out some of those stains. But I don't think anything was like too deeply embedded, you know? I think that they're going to come pretty white. Okay, so I'm going to list mine for $30 and go from there. I think that's a good starting price. Oh, happy Memorial Day, by the way. That's what today is. This next one is actually some postcards. These aren't in the best condition, but they are vintage, and they have these little Cupid doll prints on them. The artist is Rose O'Neill, and apparently she was around in 1874 to 1944. This postcard was published in 1976, and they are unused. And I've got 5 of them, although one of them doesn't have her signature on it, so it may be different. So I'll still sell them all together. Look how cute. Little naked babies. This guy's running a marathon with his spoon. So these are cute. It's going to be tough to say what they'll list for or, yeah, sell for, but Rose O'Neill Cupid postcard, pre-owned, have an ASP of $12 with a 8% sell-through rate. Pretty low, but how cute. They gave them to me for a quarter, but $1.54 is the average cost of goods, and that's what I'm going by. I'm going to list mine for $15 for the lot. All right, the next item, same sale, and I did have to make sure this wasn't going to smell like weed. Because this person's garage sale, their garage smelled like weed. Or maybe there had been a skunk in the area, but I'm pretty sure it was the garage, and that's where they smoke. I don't care. I just don't want my things that I'm selling to smell, right? Doesn't have an odor. Yay, that's great. It is a beautiful tooled leather Western bag. Get that scuff off. And it's made by Montana West, which is like a boutique brand. They do sell well though, and especially if you can get the leather ones, the tooled leather, the fringe, the more ornate, the better. And I don't know. Yeah, this says genuine leather. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know if this one's vintage or not. I kind of think it's at least 10 or 15 years old, but you know, whether it's 20 years old, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter because it's not the kind of vintage that would make a difference to put in the title. Now, it does have some wear on the hardware. It looks kind of, no, actually, that's a design. Oh, cool. I think. I don't know. I'll have to get some good pictures. I don't have my reading glasses on right now. And then it's got this little heart. So this is a nice find. The shoulder strap even wasn't in bad condition. Nor the, there's always going to be some wear on the corners. You want to check that. But quite honestly, it's in beautiful shape. So I looked up tooled leather Montana West bag used. The average sold price is $32 with a 35% sell-through rate, and the active average listing price is $40. I'm going to list mine for $50 because it does have, some wear there. Is that everything in that sale? Yeah, that was everything from that one particular sale. Right, and another sale, I got 2 items, and one of them I'm keeping for myself for now. It is a framed Texas flag. It's like a miniature flag. It's beautifully framed, and honestly, we have no room for it in our house at all. The only blank wall is that one, and I'm obviously using it. So I'll probably photograph it and list it on Facebook Marketplace. I paid $20 for it, or I may see if my sister wants it, because I really just don't have a place to put it, and I still bought it anyway. But the other thing I bought was this, and he really just gave this to me for free. He was going to sell it for $1, and then I made an offer of $20 on that flag, and he said, how about just both things for $20 to keep it simple? I'm like, okay. So this is a Lily Pulitzer cup. So I'm going to look up Lily Pulitzer coffee mug and see if I can find this pattern. It'd be better if I had a camera, but I'm using it here. The ASP for single mugs, let me look at pre-owned, is $10 with a 6% sell-through rate. I'm going to say I'm going to list mine for $15 until I find out whether it's worth more due to its, I'm going to call it rare print. It's much later. I went to eat, and then I bumped into a thrift store, and then I needed a nap. And I'm not using my mic right now because I'm charging my phone because it needs charged. I have not planned this day at all. But I do want to go through more of these things. So it's all right. Didn't have to be perfect, right? I just did my nails, and look, I've got little kitty cats and paw prints on them. How cute is that? Oh, this one's just boring. I did get a bag of nail reps for $5 at a garage sale, and that was for me personally. All right, so we went through that one garage sale worth of stuff. Okay, and then at one garage sale I got all the nail wraps. I bought 4 items of clothing. Haven't even really gotten a good look at this one. This is a 2X dress. And it does have a waist. Looks like it's a midi to maxi length empire waist, maybe. And it's new with tags. It's an Anne Klein. I love that it has adjustable straps because, we're all different bust sizes. I think this is maxi. Yeah, it's fully lined. It's black and white. Kind of a tropical print, so this would be great. Keywords would be beachy and vacation and cruise. This could be dressed up for a dinner at a cruise too. It is retail $129. Anne Klein. Not a brand that someone would pay that much for now, I don't think. I don't think this is really like vintage. All right, less than a 1% sell-through rate, but the average sold price is $36, and that's not taking into consideration the size. And like I said, that's a pretty expensive dress. I think I'm gonna list it for $38. Average cost of goods at the sale was $1.54. I keep reminding myself that. I keep having to say it. It's storming outside, so you may hear that. Yeah, I'm gonna list it for $38. Might be hailing or very fat raindrops. Okay, another item that has a low sell-through rate, but I do also think has to do with the season, is this sweater. Good Threads is the brand. I don't know where Good Threads is from. Is that Target? XXL. I liked the sweater. It's a cable knit, but it also has these like pom-poms on it, and then, you know, these different colors, purple and gray, and it is new with tags. It's got this tag on it. The sell-through rate is 6% with a $19 ASP. I'm gonna list mine for $22. This is something I would have worn in Colorado that I don't need here, but it also looks like a great house sweater. I get a little chilly in the AC, but then I want the AC so that I can take off that layer when I do get hot, and so I will often have a house sweater on. This next item, another plus size. This is Eloquii Elements, and it's a size 16. Eloquii is a great plus size brand. It's pretty expensive, except for the Elements line is from Walmart. It was still pretty pricey for Walmart. Like maybe this would have been $40 or something at Walmart, brand new. Look at the cute elastic sleeves. And it's belted. It's a maxi length as well. I think this is really cute. Great for summer and spring, even fall. What is that? Kind of a zebra print, I would say. Animal print, safari, linen. I do believe this is linen or a linen blend. 55% linen and 45% viscose. So yeah, it's a super cute dress. The average sales price, and I say average sold price because that's what eBay says, but then I'll say average sales price because that's what makes sense to me. So you'll hear me say both, whatever, I'm sorry. $21 ASP with a 17% sell-through rate. And that's just for all Eloquii Elements dresses. The average listing price is $31. I think I'm gonna list mine for $30. Some people may not realize that Eloquii had a Walmart line. I don't know if they still do. I try to avoid Walmart. I try to avoid every store. I really do. What are you doing, mister? Sniffing things? It's raining, I know, buddy, I know. You want a treat? Heck yeah, he wants a treat. Okay. And there was one more item at that garage sale that I got. And it's this Rails size small plaid top. Now, I have a Rails plaid top for sale, and I have had it for sale for a couple years. I don't know why it's taking so long. I've sold other Rails plaid tops in a matter of months. I say others, probably just one. I don't know what it is about that one. It's a really pretty blue. I'm going to put it here so you guys can see it and tell me what's wrong with it. This one's a cute red. I mean, they're classic, right? That top also has a 6% sell-through rate. Eek, not great. But who's buying plaid in May? I don't know. Probably not a lot. $20 ASP. The active average is $32. I'm going to list mine for $28. The next item, I really don't know what it is. I bought it as a scarf. It was in the scarves. It's suede, and it has these studs and this embellishment. It's long brown fringed leather scarf. So I'll have to do some research on this, and when I do, I'll update you guys as to what it is if I find anything. I'm just gonna put Native American fringe studded scarf. It could be a belt, it could be like a thing you just put over your, I don't know what it is. I'll take some pictures and I'll upload it to Google image search and see what comes up. But regardless, it was pretty cool. And I don't know what to list it for at all. I'm going to say $38 for now so I can have something in there. Next item also got at that estate sale is a Coach wallet. It's navy blue I gotta get that off. There's some soiling. I'm gonna use Folex. This works great for, I know it's carpet cleaner, but you don't have to rinse it, and I'll just put a little on a rag and wipe it. I'll start with a baby wipe, to be honest, and see what all comes off. Now, there is some wear to the leather inside, but honestly not real bad, and it is an older one. And then it's got this zip around feature. ASP is $25 with a 23% sell-through rate. Active listing average is $38, and that's what I'm going to list mine for, is $38, assuming I can get it all clean. Otherwise, I'll probably drop that to $32. There was another estate sale I went to. It was also having 50% off, but then they didn't have a lot of things priced, and that bothers me because when it's not priced, I assume it's going to be like $1 or a quarter, especially when it's out in the garage and it's covered in free spiders and stuff. And you know, and then anyway, so at this particular estate sale, I spent a total of $17, but again, everything averages out to $1.54. This thing that I got is pretty cool. I like it, at least. I didn't know if I would want to keep it or not. I don't know how useful it really is. It's a National Geographic case that says Close Up USA, and inside is a bunch of maps. There's a map for every state. Some maps are for multiple states. I think only Alaska and Hawaii have their own. But they are this like coated plastic or coated paper, you know, with really pretty illustrations. Look at the Florida, the bird. I'm gonna guess that's Texas or something. Anyhow, I loved that. And then there's all these extras that I don't think came with it. This one for sure did not come with it. It is like a more modern map. This has got conflict of the Middle East, big United States map, big world map, really big political world map, Middle East, and I don't know what this is. What is this? I don't know. Antarctica, some other map. So I'll be looking this up to see what is supposed to be included in this box versus what is separate and that I might want to list separate. It also comes with this book. 1978 is the copyright on the book. And it's not like it's a reprint from you know, earlier. It's just in really great condition. It's got, you know, a lot of city names and what map you might find them on. Since it's from 1978, I mean, the roads have changed, right? So I don't know how useful it would be to use this, but it is really cool. And obviously the major cities and stuff are going to be there just to know where things are. And if you're using this for teaching purposes, that could be really cool. It's not the greatest return. This is really heavy. Weighs about 5 pounds, I think. Average sold price is $11 with a 5% sell-through rate. I did see some that looked like they sold for $20. So I'm going to list mine for $20 and then I'll take an offer. I do love the maps though. I think they're so cool and it's in really great shape. There were a lot of different years that you could get this, but it seems like the 80s might have been the last time they made it, from what I could tell. So I'm going to put 20 down. Whew, that rain. I'm getting so much rain. It's kind of crazy. This next item from the same estate sale is a Robert Shaw Lux Minute Minder, and it is a timer. I just love the old school bell timer. I'll probably use this, but they do sell, and they have a great sell-through rate. It shows a 47% sell-through rate. The ASP is $17. The average active list price is $26. I'm gonna list mine. It's weird. It's got this like, I don't know, weird damage here. I guess that's some cracking. I'm gonna list mine for $20. Yeah, I'll list it for $20. Does anybody else want to know if it works? I don't know if it's gonna go off or not. It works. That scared me. Oh, it works. These next three things, I'm considering one item. I'm going to sell them all together. They are metal and plastic. I think you kind of make these things yourself. Bake them in the oven or whatever. This one says, let go, let God. This one says, every end is a new beginning. Butterflies are like the symbol of beginnings. And these are some bees. And I'm going to sell them all together as vintage window sun catchers. These are the things that I'm like, they should be $1 at an estate sale. If you didn't price it, they should be $1 each, or 50 cents, or all of them for $1, you know? And when I got up there and he told me how much everything was, I was like, really? Because these aren't going to sell for much. 3% sell-through rate, $12 ASP, but that's going to be for big lots. It's going to be for one single thing, like all averaged out. I'm going to list these three for $15 together. This next thing is a 1983 Ziggy, there's Ziggy, mom gift plaque. For a mom who was always good at growing things, thanks from one of them. And then there's the vintage tag, and it does have the Roman numerals for 1983. There are none sold of these. There are a few listed. And people have it listed for anywhere from $22 to $10. I'm going to list mine for, and that one's on sale, I'm going to list mine for $12. This next item, you might be like, really? But I just had this instinct to look it up. I did have to whisk away some cobwebs, and I need to clean it very well. But this is a vintage metal dustpan. JV Reed is the brand, made in USA on the back here. And these actually have a 50% sell-through rate, and there are quite a few listed, and there are just as many sold, with an average sold price of $18. So I'm going to list mine for $20. And last item from that estate sale, I still have more stuff, y'all. This is, and don't ask me how it goes, but it's a shoulder holster. Here's the holster part. I don't know how it works. It's an Uncle Mike's Sidekick size 15 shoulder holster, which has a $22 ASP and a 15% sell-through rate. I'm going to list mine for $22. I have some things that I'll show at the end that were free. And they were free because I got to a garage sale and the guy was shutting everything down. I'm putting it on the sidewalk. This next item is a little crystal angel, and she is actually meant to be used in some sort of craft, I think, because she came in this box. Crystal Delights by Manon. Crystal parts and components is what it says. Designed and conceived by independent American craftsmen and artists. Yeah, I think you're supposed to, like, you know, craft with it. But you could display her separately. I don't know, she'd make some sort of cute Christmas ornament too. I didn't find any sold angels of this kind. I did see a bear, or no, a mouse or a rabbit. It's got a carrot, so probably a rabbit. Yeah, for $10. That sold for $10. Here's sort of a similar angel that sold for $12. I don't know, I'm gonna list it for $10. Same place where I got the little crystal angel, which, did I say that was an estate sale? It was a church sale. I got this vintage brass picture frame. It's an 8x10 with the oval cutout. I found the exact same one. Had sold for $17.99, I believe, and in the research tab, the ASP for these is $27 with a 6% sell-through rate. Vintage stuff I just find has a lower sell-through rate in general, takes longer to sell, but I still enjoy selling it, and I'm going to list that for $25. These next two items, I'm not sure if I'm going to sell them together or not. They are vest panels, tapestry vest panels. I had no idea this is how tapestry vests started out. You buy the woven tapestry piece and then you sew it into a vest, I guess. So this is a winter scene if you got a snowman, Christmas tree and carolers on that side. And then this one is another snowman. Some little woodland creatures and a little snowy scene there. What do you guys think? Lot them up? I think I probably will. Tapestry vest panels, new. They only have an $8 ASP with a 4% sell-through rate. I think if I lot them up, that's going to be better anyhow. Looks like here's a lot of 2 for $12. I'm going to lot mine up for, there's a lot of 6 panels for $11. Yeah, they really don't go for much, huh? I'm going to lot them up together for 10. I didn't look this stuff up. When I'm out at garage sales, church sales, I tend to not comp. It's dangerous territory, really. Very dangerous territory. I'm sorry that I look like I've been sleeping because I have been. And then another thing from the church sale is this bra. It's a Torrid Curve. I don't know the style. I'll have to look it up. It looks like a full coverage bra. It's a 46 double D. I like to pick up the larger sizes in bras, and I like to pick up plus size brands like Torrid and Lane Bryant. It won't fetch, that word's funny. Won't get a lot probably, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna list it for 20 until I know what the style is and can look it up, because it may be a better style than that, but I'm gonna say I'll list it for 20. And the last thing at that church sale, and then I've got a few more things. It's this 4-pack of placemats, teddy bear, again, tapestry, woven, vintage. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 4 of them. I thought they were so cute. Teddy bears. This seems very 80s to me, this style. We loved our bears in the 80s. I don't know what the ASP is on these. I'm gonna list them for $15. This next item is a Waterford crystal snowflake ornament, and it is one of those annual dated. It's got 2018, and it comes with the box and the care instructions. Doesn't look like it's ever really been out of the box. I'm a little surprised by the comps. There was one similar that sold for $99. Really low sell-through rate. It was the only one. Apparently 2018 did have some different designs. Here's one that looks exactly the same that is listed for $60. Just seems like a lot, doesn't it? I'm gonna list mine for 50. I'd be surprised, you know, if I got that. And at the same garage sale, I got another Waterford crystal doodad. This one is silver and it's a bell. And if it hadn't been so cheap, I wouldn't have gotten it, because I'm you know, bells are really pretty. It's a pretty sound. It's got the little crystal up here too. It's got a crystal inside as well. Very pretty. But it has a $19 ASP, 14% sell-through rate with an average active listing price of $33. I'm gonna list mine for $30. Okay, this item is tough to comp because it's a custom canvas messenger bag. The brand says Ellis Grace, but that is a store here in the Dallas area that allows you to customize your own bags. So it has no brand really. that people would be familiar with. It doesn't seem like it's a chain or anything. I couldn't find anything on eBay. It's in really great shape. It's a nice bag. So I'm going to list it for $20. I got that for free. Next thing is something I told myself I would stop picking up, these Boyd's bears, but he was free on the side of the road. And he has a little this is a grandma with her little grandchild here, and a quilt that says, "Grandchildren complete life's circle of love." I mean, how sweet. It's got the tag. She's got a little outfit going on. I guess you can sit her down and the grandchild sitting in her lap with the blankie. I don't know. I'm going to list her. I couldn't find her sold or listed. I'm going to list her for $18. Even though I got her for free and put in my cost of goods. It's $1.54 because I did include them in the average. I don't know on this either. Thirsty Stone is the brand, but these are made of wood, rubber wood, and they are Nutcracker decorated coasters. There's a set of 4. It doesn't seem to have been opened or anything. I'm guessing this was a gift because somebody scratched out the price of $25. I'm gonna list them for $10. I have no idea if these will even sell. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time thinking about it. $10. There are some that have sold, don't get me wrong, but just not that particular design. All right, so I got this and it was in the box, so I thought it might have been protected, but there's a whole bunch of pieces that have just fallen off. Yeah, I'm just gonna toss it. Not worth my time. Look at these little bitty kegs, beer kegs. I'll look it up just to make sure people don't buy this stuff that's fallen off, but I would seriously doubt it. Stick it back in there. I'm just gonna throw it in the trash most likely. It's a Limax, and it did come with the box and everything. So now this is again one of those free things I picked up. So that's what you get with free. Especially when I didn't like look it over or anything. I just stuck it in the car. The pool haul, Limax pool haul. If it was new, I could have gotten maybe $60 for it, $68. Pre-owned, maybe $31. I'll have to reevaluate all my cost of goods and everything. And then the other thing that I picked up was this wax warmer in a torn up box. I can't tell if it's been taken out and used. Let's see, let's just take, no, it hasn't been taken out, but I'm gonna have to take it out to look at it to make sure that it's working and doesn't have anything melted. It's pretty cute. It's a pretty cute little wax warmer. Where's this from? Maybe it would say like Walmart or Hobby Lobby or something on it. Station Wagon Scentsationals full-size wax warmer, limited edition Station Wagon. Yeah, one sold for $17, brand new. I mean, I would call this new damaged box. And if I open it, it'll become new open box. So maybe I can list it for $15. We'll say $15. I'm going to put right here what the actual cost of goods is, taking out the Limax, taking out, what was the other thing? I had some sort of like, I thought it was a phone case shield. I don't know. I threw it away. It wasn't going to sell. So taking out those two things as non-sellable items. Yeah. And then I'll, so it'll be a little higher. Is that everything? I felt very, very frazzled in this one. Yeah. Okay, guys. I don't know if I already begged for attention, But if you would give me a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. It helps others find my videos and shows that, hey, this girl may be worth watching. If you are not subscribed, click subscribe for me, please. You can also hit the notification bell and you'll be alerted anytime I post something new. But if you don't want to be annoyed, don't hit the bell, just hit subscribe. It's free. If you are returning, thank you so much. I'm starting to recognize some names and comments, and I really love that. Oh, I'm overwhelmed by all this stuff around me. I've got to put it away. Bye, guys. Get away from me. I hate bugs, especially when I suspect it's a freaking mosquito. To drain me of my life force. And that was everything I paid for. So I did pick up some free things at a garage sale. Like I said, get away from the mosquito. Bloodsuckers.